Hello, Science 110. Welcome to week 3 of our 6 weeks together. So at the end of this week, our class will be half over. It's moving fast. Like I said, 6-week classes, they go really fast because we're doing more than 1 week worth of material every single week. So we go fast. Okay, so this week we are looking at Unit 3. So Unit 3 is talking about the philosophy of science. So if you have an interest in philosophy, you should really enjoy this chapter. There's a lot of readings and videos to watch that don't just talk about scientists, but talk about philosophers as well. There's also a couple of difficult readings in this unit. So one of them, I do have you write a reflection afterward. During that reflection, if you want to talk about the fact that it was a very difficult reading, that's okay. All right, I understand that sometimes as you're delving into topics that you are not all that familiar with, especially if you're trying to read things that are written 100, 200, 300, however many years ago, they can be difficult. Either they might be dense or they might be using phrasing and terminology that you're not accustomed to. So that's okay if it's difficult. If you do decide to discuss how difficult the reading was, I ask that you think about why was it difficult? What was hard about it for you to understand? And what could you do in the future to help yourself as you prepare to read things that are more difficult than what you're, used to up until now? Because college, you'll encounter this a lot where you'll be taking a class and suddenly you'll be faced with a reading where you go, I have absolutely no idea what I just read. And maybe you really need to delve into that text for that particular class. So after you read through it, ask yourself, well, what could I do to help myself prepare in the future? What can I do to help myself get into some of these very difficult texts that don't always make a lot of sense on that first reading? So you can think about that as you read through some of the stuff in this unit. So there's 3 parts to the unit, and at the end of the unit will be a unit exam. So I have the unit exam slated to unlock at 8 a.m. on Thursday morning. So if you finish the rest of the work for this unit, you should be able to access the exam starting at 8 a.m. Thursday morning. And as usual, it will be due at 11:59 p.m. on Sunday night. Okay, and then it will lock after that. So make sure that you are actually getting your exam done. I'm going through the one open response question on chapter 2 right now, and there's several students that didn't take the unit 2 exam. Make sure you are remembering to take the exams. I posted an announcement yesterday evening when I noticed that a bunch of students had not even started the exam. Okay, I don't always have the chance to sit down at my computer on Sunday evening and check that. So don't count on me putting out an announcement every single Sunday, take the exam. Okay, you need to be marking that down. One thing I do, I have a couple of different planners. I have my just general life planner that I keep out. I do keep, calendar stuff in my phone. And then I have my teacher planner right here where I list out everything I need to do day by day during the week. Like today, for this class, my check boxes were making sure I looked at the Unit 2 exam, that I worked on grading some of your other work, and that I went through all of your project proposals, since you absolutely need to be starting your term projects, which is my next topic. And I went through all the project proposals that had been turned in to me this morning. If you got a 1, that doesn't mean that you're not going to get full credit for writing the proposal. The 1 is to trigger you to make sure that you go in and make some adjustments. All of the ones I gave, there were a few things that I need you to tweak about your experiment. Usually it had to do with either the length of your experiment's running, a sample size with your experiment, or finding unbiased people to help you test something. All right, so I just need you to make those adjustments, resubmit your project proposal, and then you'll get full credit for the project proposal. If you got full credit on your project proposal, you still need to look at my comments. The vast majority of them were just approved, you're good to go, start your project. There were a couple that didn't necessarily require me to have you rewrite part of your proposal, but just a quick thing. Like I think there is one with plants where I made a suggestion that you should just run a control plant next to everything. So make sure you look at my comments before you start your project, just to make sure I didn't have one little minor thing that I suggested in there. All right, so that is our week 3 And then next week, we'll be talking about ethics. Okay, even though Monday is a holiday for the 4th of July, I will still have all the material for Unit 4 ready to go, so that if you want to start working on it on Monday, you are welcome to. You don't have to log into the class on Monday because it's a holiday and technically there's no class on Monday, but I will have the unit open and ready for you in case you decide to start working on it on Monday. It's totally up to you. All right, I think that's all I have to say. So I hope everybody has a great week, and I hope you enjoy our chapter on how philosophy and science are intertwined, and I hope it helps make you think. My husband, he is not a scientist. He has a degree in English, but he has a minor in philosophy. So hopefully as you go through this chapter, you might gain an appreciation of what it's like to live with someone that's extensively studied philosophy. And just, you know, philosophers really, they like to look at all angles of things, or they like to bring up things that you go, okay, are you really going to make me debate that? And yes, they do. But it's good because it makes you really consider all parts to everything and really think about what it is in whatever argument or discussion that you're presenting. So hopefully it'll be an interesting chapter for you. And that will close out this week. All right, I hope you have a great week. And if you don't email me questions during the week, then you'll see me next week when I post the week 4 announcement. Have a great week.